Welcome to Exploring with D-Rob. Let's go. Good morning. Welcome back. Up at Ohiopyle State Park this morning. At an almost roadside overlook here. Gonna try to photograph sunrise at Ballman Rock Overlook. Naturally, the one day I come to photograph sunrise, pretty sure there's not a cloud in the sky. So we'll see what we can come away with. Might at least get a sun star out of it. Oh, sweet. Got some fog. Should make for a good image anyway with all that fog. See the moon, North Star. All right, I think I'll go ahead and get the camera out, see what we can come away with right now. Sun finally popped up there. Let's get the time lapse as it come up over the horizon there. It's got this fog lit up. I think I got a few decent sun star shots, maybe. Pretty contrasty, but we'll see how they turn out. If they turned out any good, here's the shot. Not a cloud in the sky. I don't think it's rained here since the weekend either, so I don't really feel like any of the small falls are going to have much flow. But Cucumber Run's a pretty long waterway, so maybe Cucumber Falls will be worth photographing. Gonna head there next, check it out, then we'll head on over to Ohiopyle Falls. Let's go. Well, the original plan was to park at the Cucumber Falls trailhead there next to the road, but it's closed for construction right now, so came up towards the picnic area here. Get to do a little bit longer hike. It still ain't real long, about half a mile or something, down the Great Gorge Trail from up around the picnic area down to the falls. So let's get started that way. Pretty nice little woodland walk down the Great Gorge Trail, coming back down towards the road. Sun's hitting in here to my left. Hopefully by the time I get down to the falls, it'll still be in shade. It's going to be low flow. Not going to be anything spectacular, but since I'm already here, we're going to check it out. Last time I was here, this is my second time. Last time I was here, it was actively raining. Caught it really good flow. Now I get to see it the exact opposite. I'm getting down close to the actual Cucumber Falls trailhead now. May be able to hear the equipment and construction workers talking over there. It's this little bridge that cuts across just above the falls. Cut across through here and connect to the Cucumber Falls trail. As you can see, not a lot of water. So whenever we get to the base of the falls, that far right side will be the side with the flow coming down. Just be a little narrow falls, probably 3 or 4 feet wide today. We'll head on down there and see what we can come away with. Looks like some nice little yellow there above the falls. Looks like they've done some upgrades since the last time I was here. Got some new railing down through here. As you can see, still pretty white looking pine. Looking back at the falls there. Being low flow, maybe we'll get lucky and catch a swirl or something there at the base. Fingers crossed. Got a little bit of dappled light peeking in. We'll go ahead and get the camera out real quick, see if I can come away with a few shots. I actually thought the falls would be about a little 3 or 4 foot curtain there, but looks like there's a little split at the top, so got 2 little streams of water coming over. Nothing spectacular, but we're gonna see what we come away with. Not sure how well it's coming across on video there, but trying to get a reflection shot in the water of the falls. Definitely no award-winning shots, but I think I came with a couple decent shots from over here. See this yellow tree up to the left of the falls there. I'm going to attempt to get over there on the other side and hopefully get that yellow tree either straight above the falls or maybe just to the left of it. Sit over there and see what we can come away with. Quite a bit of sky there too. Hopefully it's not completely blown out. Here's the shot. With the low flow, not a ton of compositions to be had. There is a lot of trees with exposed roots though. I may step back here and at a distance see if I can incorporate some of these tree roots here into the foreground. Have the falls right behind it. See if I can come away with a decent shot here, and then we'll head on over towards Ohiopyle Falls. Had to get tall here to get over top of this rock and some of the down trees. Got my tripod sitting kind of sketchy, but I think I've found a composition here where I can get a few of the tree roots and still get the yellow tree above the falls. Here's the shot. Yet another sketchy setup here, over on top of a rock this time. Using those 2 trees there to kind of frame up the falls. Still got the yellow tree up above the falls. Got a lot more of the tree roots in the foreground there. Hopefully these turn out. If they did, here's the shot. Well, I think I've shot all the compositions I wanted to try out here today. Sun's starting to come on in a little more here. I'm going to head on over to Ohiopyle Falls now. It spans the width of the river, so definitely don't have to worry about flow there. Just have to worry about the full sun. Let's head on over there and check it out. One last look at Cucumber Falls. As I mentioned the other day, I feel like yellow's going to be the dominant color of fall this year. Not sure how well it comes across on video, but A lot of the leaves that are green are already turning brown around the edge. A lot of the time when that happens, they'll get a little bit of yellow on with it. Then they usually fall off pretty quick. As much as we like the reds and oranges in fall, I feel like this is going to be a yellow year. From the roadside parking here just before the picnic area, down to the falls and back, right around 1 mile. Let's go ahead and go check out Ohiopyle Falls. High pressure, all blue sky day, not a cloud in sight. Definitely not ideal waterfall conditions, but it is what it is. We're here, we're going to photograph it. Decided to put on the 24 to 105. Also put on the 6-stop ND circular polarizer. Hopefully we can offset some of that sun, come away with a decent image. Came over by the visitor center. There's a few observation decks here. Plan on going across the bridge to another trailhead and come down on the other side of the falls over there. Here's a look from this side. Ohiopyle Falls. See a little bit of a rainbow trying to catch up there. Not at the right angle to actually catch the rainbow. Let's run over by the visitor center real quick and see if we can catch a rainbow on the falls. Well, now that I'm over here, can't hardly see the mist showing up, so thought I might get lucky and catch a rainbow on it. I don't think there's enough spray coming off the falls there to make a good rainbow. This is a little more photogenic angle of the falls. You don't have those observation decks over there in the way, or the group of people, either one. So go ahead and try to get a few shots here. I'd actually like for the sun, it's hard to believe I'm saying this, I wish the sun would come on up, that way the whole falls would be in sun. That way it wouldn't be kind of half and half there, it'd be as contrasty. Anyway, we'll see what we come away with. Took a couple shots from this angle here. Definitely no award winners coming from today's conditions. But may go over there now that that group's gone and try to get a couple shots of maybe like the cascades above the main falls there from the platforms that's pretty much right above the falls. After that, we'll head on up and hit the other trail, see if we can't get a better angle from the other side of the falls. Let's head that way. Noticed a little color straight across above the falls, so decided I'd try a vertical shot here. Turned out any good. Here's the shot. Got somebody fishing down below the visitor center over there. One last look at Ohiopyle Falls from this side. Let's back up and head to the other side. Few different trails over here just off parking. I think the one that follows along the river over here is called the Ferncliff Trail. First, I'm going to turn on the Great Allegheny Passage here. Go walk across the bridge that spans the river. Looks like a pretty popular spot. A lot of people coming across through here with kids. Good look down on the river. A little less crowded now. Try to video going back across. If you ever come to Ohiopyle and plan on staying for a little while, you can rent kayaks, do some rafting, rent bicycles. A lot of people on bicycles this morning. And just as I say that, there goes somebody by on one. Looking up at the top of the hills from here, looks like a lot of leaves have already come down out of the trees here. Down by the river, still rather green. Bridge where the road comes across the river. Parking's just over there at the trailhead.
Morning.
Morning.
How you doing?
Good, yeah. Step over here, take a look back down towards Ohiopyle Falls. Several nice little cascades there above the falls. A little bit of color over on the hillside. Once again, mostly shades of yellow. A little bit of red over there in some of the smaller trees. The Ferncliff trail that we're going to be following down's barely over in the wood line there. So might get to see some of those reds up close here in a minute. Another look down on the river from about middle of the bridge. Plenty of bicycle traffic. Mentioned red trees. Looks like we have a pretty nice one here at the end of the bridge that I didn't see on the way across. Not real sure what kind of tree that is, but definitely red. Take a little closer look at it here. Sounds like, however, I have my tripod on my backpack, one of the legs is clicking into the other ones. Some nice reds. Ferncliff Trail I mentioned is right here at the end of the bridge. Cuts it down and follows the river down. Let's head on down and see if we can get a different vantage point of Ohiopyle Falls. There's some really nice red showing up. Well, that's an interesting burl. A lot of the time they wind up being down towards the base of the tree. This one's about midways up. Trail brings you right down on the water. Here's a nice look back up towards the bridge. Got some nice cascades across the river here. Trail brings you out right by Ohiopyle Falls. Here's a look back across towards the viewing platforms where we were at earlier. I'm going to follow the trail on downstream here. See if I can't get down river level down there on some of those rocks. Get a shot looking back up at the falls. A little more close-up view of the falls. The sun's starting to get a little warm. Here's a little more of a side profile. just past where the trail cuts back over in the woods. Come down to a little overlook, a little exposed rock here. Really like this angle on the falls. I think I'm gonna get the camera out and shoot it from here. Zoomed in for a few shots there. Kind of just get some water motion shots. Something similar to this. I'm gonna head on down trail a little ways, get down to river level, try a few shots out. One last look from the Ohiopyle Falls overlook. Just kidding, joke's on me. Once you get past the little waterfall overlook, trail comes up the hill and then it's cliffed out all down through here, so definitely won't be going down there where I thought I was going to for a shot back up at the falls. That being the case, I'm almost down here to a trail junction. I think I'll take the trail that cuts up the hill and have a little woodland hike back instead of down next to the water. Well, I don't see the same thing twice. Maybe we'll come across some decent color on up the hill there. Let's head on up there and check it out. Looks like the trail's called the Buffalo Nut Trail. Head up the hill here. Hopefully find some nice colorful foliage on the way back to the trailhead. Still no clouds in the sky, so this may be our last stop of the day anyway. This trail also feels almost like hiking back at home. Rhododendron and mountain laurel along the trails. Coming up on our next trail junction here. This is the Oakwoods Trail. I think this is the one that takes us back to the trailhead. The Buffalo Nut Trail is just a little short connector trail apparently. Looking like scattered yellows. Still a lot of green up in here though. Unfortunately, looks like a lot of the maple leaves have already turned to carpet. That's where a lot of the oranges and reds come from the maples. Still see a few oranges over through there. Spotted this interesting looking fungus here. I think that's some kind of coral fungus, not positive. Not a lot going on the Oakwoods Trail. Just a nice little woodland hike. Nice one to take if you just want to get some mileage. I'd say of the springtime, this probably has a lot of wildflowers along it. Speaking of wildflowers, coming back down on a rhododendron there. Makes me feel right at home. Got lucky the past couple days, had really nice conditions. Today's my least favorite kind of conditions. High pressure and blue skies, not a cloud in sight. It happens like that sometimes though. You gotta take the good with the bad. I think I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for today. Go grab some lunch. Maybe try to scout out a sunset spot around the room later. Got a little bit of a drive to make right now. But if you enjoyed today's adventure around Ohiopyle State Park, if you would, make sure to give me that like. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. Hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching.